Hi there, and welcome to another episode of the Bionicles Chronicles podcast, a podcast that has absolutely nothing to do with any other fictional universe, and never has. Where today, Aaron and I will attempt to pose some questions to the great archivists and legendary non-towers of Moots and Red, who will attempt to illuminate some of the underrated and illustrious lore of the Bionicles universe. So I have once more found myself locked in a room with Makuta Red, Matoran Moots, and Toa Aaron. I'm your host Tom, and these are my co-hosts.
Well, hello everyone. My name is Lucas, or better known as Matoran.
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 And I am Makuta Terendex.
I am Makutaron, and I am the biggest Bionicles fan. Number one.
God, I can't believe it, boys. This is our 29th episode of the Bionicles Chronicles.
It's been a hell of a journey.
Yes. Yeah. It's been one hell of a ride, honestly. I'm super excited to get back into it once again. I mean, the 1 year anniversary was super fun. We got to talk about all about our favorite Bionicles and the crazy things we've had to the bits and pieces we collected over the years, and all the amazing Bionicle fan art we've gotten. It's great.
Yes, it's good to see the Bionicles fan base is 120k strong. It's incredible. Love to see it.
Yeah, indeed.
Much more prevalent than those dirtbag Warhammer YouTubers.
I can't fucking believe it.
Honestly, I don't even know what Warhammer is. I've never been interested in it.
It's some British shit made by a dice company.
Oh, okay. No, that checks out.
Who needs that?
That just sounds kind of nerdy and boring. Not gonna lie.
Honestly,
Imagine rolling dice.
I mean, my own Bionicle lore is way deeper than the Warhammer.
Imagine not having like elastic band action figures. Honestly,
right? And like, imagine, like, why would you want inferior British plastic when you can have strong, independent, and sturdy Danish plastic? That's what I'm talking about.
That's how you know it's good, when it's coming from a Swede promoting Danish products.
Exactly.
Right? Yeah.
The only thing worthwhile could come from Denmark.
I don't know, Metro Moots. You commit into the bit a little bit too hard with that one.
There is no bit. These are 100% our opinions. Look at the statistics. Bionicle has 3 movies.
No, it technically has 4.
4 movies,
yes.
Of course. I don't think Makuta was in one of those, so I don't remember.
All of them cinematic masterpieces, of course.
Yeah,
exactly.
What does Warhammer have? The Ultramarines movie.
What is an Ultramarine? It sounds weak.
And some weird paid-for subscription animations.
See, this is it. You can watch all of the Bionicle movies for free right here on YouTube. No Bionicle Plus. There's no Bionicle Plus. I mean, isn't that just like,
You can watch them canonically in order as well.
Yeah. I still can't believe that was actually a thing. Like, when I found that video, I was just like, oh, nice, we got all the movies in one go. And then it's like, no, actually just cut in the correct order, with even the cut in the fucking end of the second movie.
That's how
fucking great.
That's how you know it has a loyal fan base, when some fucking dickhead is willing to put that much effort into it.
Dedication to the cause, people.
right, my Toas, my Makutas, and my Matorans. Shall we crack on with the Bionicles of the week?
Yes, of course.
So the first Bionicle of the week is by XXX_pussy respector_XXX, and he has created this wonderful Lame Bionicle based off of Bionicle. I don't know.
This is clearly a iron Glitorian a piece right here. Well, very wonderfully painted, and I really like the idea of using wings from the Makuta set.
Yes,
to,
yes.
Fucking Makuta set. Fucking took my wings. That's why I don't have them right now. I know I normally have my wings. This fucking asshole, he took them. It's really weird how you fucking managed to make a fucking Takanuva mini and he had all gold parts.
It's seriously though. We've shown off Pussy Respector on the Bionicles Chronicles a few times before, and all his wonderful Bionicle models are just incredible. The extra work he puts into making the color. I'm really having trouble with this. The way he repaints his Bionicles is second to none. I just think this is
on the wings to make them look more angelic. It's quite impressive, actually.
Yeah.
And the dead Makutas at the base also very good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
As is the case with the Toa Lamentus.
Those look like Matoran.
Never mind. I mean, those are dead Toas, not Makutas.
Toas.
There we go.
Fucking
this is
short bastard.
My poor Matoran eyes. They're not as they used to be.
They're not as they used to be. Not since the accident.
Not since the Great Archivist Massacre.
Oh yes, of course. Oh, does.
Right, let's move on to the
Moots was
second.
never the same after the Shadow Leech incident.
Let's move on to the second Bionicle of the week. So this is by our beloved Wolfram the Regulator, and he has made a wonderful Makuta. Someone else do it. I can't.
I really love the part of Bionicles where they added in guns. That was my favourite bit, the modernisation.
Yeah.
They went away from the sort of tribal
guns are
bit.
actually
and
pretty prevalent in Bionicle.
They really are. Yeah. I mean, is this, so what we're saying is this is a great Toa Ignica bash right here. We got loads of different pieces and many different sets. And
could you ID a few for us, please, Moots, in your wisdom?
This is actually supposed to be a representation of one of the Dark Hunters. Little known fact.
Yes. So it is. You're right.
One of the various one of the various mercenaries that the Makutas employ.
That's actually very true. A wonderful job.
Possibly like
always,
that spider fella. A previous Toa converted into a villain, unrecognizable.
Yes.
Wolfram is an avid fucking Dark Brotherhood fucking collector.
I can see it. He seems like that type of guy.
Well, excellent job, Wolfram, and thank you again very much, Pussy Respector, for your wonderful Bionicles. This is so dumb that you've made.
Drive it home.
Yeah.
Drive it home.
Yeah. So,
gentlemen, I'm throwing you back in the protodermis, you fucking light piece of shit.
We'll do to you what the Golden Mask did to that one guy who fucking landed this plane.
Shall we move on to our main segment for today's episode of the Bionicles Chronicles?
Sure. Yes.
Oh, goodness. Aaron.
Yes.
So, all right, fuck you then, idiot.
No. I was getting it up, you piece of shit.
That's it. Throw him into the dark mirror portal.
Just to start things off here, why was the Mask of Light such a critically acclaimed masterpiece, Mutoa?
The Mask of Light, the all-time classic movie. I think it was nominated for 50 Oscars and won.
It's a shame because when they released The Mask of Light in 2003, it was really unfortunate because in 2001, 2002, The Lord of the Rings was doing really well in the Oscars, and they were on track to win a ton of Oscars for a third year in a row.
The towers fell.
But the Mask of Light came out in 2003 and took the Oscar spot away from Lord of the Rings: The Return of the King. And to be honest, it's entirely justified. I totally see as to why. You know, Lord of the Rings doesn't have anywhere near the narrative depth of the Mask of Light. It doesn't have anywhere near the character intrigue or the overarching morals or even the visual visual beauty.
Exactly.
You know, it doesn't even come close. I mean, you know, no disrespect to you, Lord of the Rings guys, but come on, like it's not Bionicle, and it never will be.
I think Bionicle really peaked when Takanuva put on the Mask of Light and became the Toe of Light, and his first reaction was to kill a guy and then make a monument to himself.
Man was down all his life, then that was his highest high. Okay, you did the same in that situation.
First thing, 10 seconds into achieving like fucking Messiah status. Fuck this guy. Here's a statue of me. I'm coming for you next, Makuta.
No. To be fair to our Lord and Savior Takanuva, a little known fact, that statue of him, he didn't make it himself. That was actually underneath it all along, because as we know in the lore, as we of course all know here. Takuwa was obviously
he was always a Toa
of Light.
Yeah, he always was.
He was always a Toa of Light, and he was always meant to become the Toa of Light. So I don't quote me on this because I don't know who exactly was who put it there, but someone I'm gonna guess. Probably one of the great beings or whatever, or someone a long way before, or maybe the Order of Matanui may put it there beforehand, which I don't know when they had time to do it, but
who knows? It seems that Takanuva loses memory every fucking 6 steps.
Yeah, honestly,
that man has more brain damage than fucking Eren.
Valid. But
in conclusion, the reason why the Mask of Light is such a classic and such culturally impactful movie to everyone in the world is because both the writer and the producer both are called Shakespeare. The last name.
Fact check that. That's actually true.
Yep.
We speak no lies here.
And 2, I don't know. I just said 1 and 2 for some reason. I was only going to say one thing.
Well, let's run with that then and ask, because we know that the Mask of Light captured the hearts and minds of nations across the world, people young and old. But how did Bionicle, as just a singular entity, not just the movies, but Bionicle as a thing, how did Bionicle capture so many hearts? And if you had to sell Bionicle's concept today, Red and Moots, or Makuta Red and Matoran Moots. Matoran Moots? Matoran.
Yes.
If you had to sell Bionicles as a concept today, how would you do it?
Just to throw my hat in the ring, I'd make the crab from the Mask of Light a model we could buy. They never did that.
Look,
that was my favorite character.
You want fucking biological robots kicking the shit out of each other for like eldritch powers?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the selling point. There you go. Look, fucking, they're awesome. They're model kits that you can fucking buy and put together and take apart and make whatever the hell. Go online, right? If you're not sold by the idea of Bionicles, or you didn't grow up with Bionicles, go online and just look up like the shit people build today. Someone I don't remember his name, but he basically took the Energy Hound in the Warden character from like the Undersea arc of the Bionicle. You remember that one where they're like under the water and all the fucking horrible, like, eldritch ones come out. They're like called the Kingdom of the Six Leagues or something.
Of course,
Yeah.
of course.
Someone took the model of the prison warden. I don't remember his name right now. And the energy hound he has with him, and just completely revamped them and put LED lights in them and everything.
Oh, okay, that's cool.
Like, people do that now. Like, it's insane. Like, the creativity they have.
Boys, sorry, I was just thinking as a sort of a thing from what Red said there, the idea of looking for the kind of modern things people do with Bionicles kits. And so I Googled Bionicles kit bash, just to sort of, and in the first sort of couple of entries, I actually found this. You might find kind of interesting if you have a look at the podcast references.
Oh,
it's really cool, but it's really just a shame that someone would think it's appropriate to mix Bionicles with a lesser IP. But
yeah,
It's not wholesome, really. But all I'm seeing here, boys, is that there is no changes to be made. The design is already perfect, like the crab,
Precisely.
like customization. It's just already perfect. No further changes are necessary.
Look, how dare you think that one of these small, what are they, Astartes, could dare imitate the strength and power that is the Toa? All right,
exactly.
No
match.
The Toa would completely wipe the floor with Space Marines. It's no match.
well, the Toa aren't the Toa canonically like somewhere between 7 and 10 feet tall?
They're 7 feet tall.
And you've seen the kind of acrobatics a Toa can do, leaping off of buildings leaping off of like depths and heights that would essentially equate to like jumping off like a 20-story building and casually just landing on the ground, only to break out into a full fucking 40-mile-per-hour sprint.
Plus, they can control the fucking elements.
Yeah, exactly.
Like the Toa of Earth can make
I don't see a fucking
earthquakes.
Space Marine doing that. Yeah,
what the fuck is a Space Marine?
Yeah, I don't know. That's a weird word just came out of me.
But yeah, like the Toa of Earth can make earthquakes. He can move the tectonic plates.
Yeah,
That's just the one guy who can control the Earth.
I mean, I'll be honest. The Tower of Water. The Tower of Water's probably got some Avatar: The Last Airbender shit going on. I bet if the Tower of Water encountered a Space Marine, she wouldn't even bother to fight him. She'd just lift her hand up and just suck the liquid out of his very blood. Just kill him on the spot, turn him into a fucking raisin, just where he stands.
See,
like with the amount of murder that happens in the Bionicles lore, I would not be surprised if Gully actually did that. That sounds like something she would do.
oh, for sure. I would love to see.
Also, I just really want to get back to you on this, Aaron. Here you go. They did make a kit for Paku.
Oh yeah!
Holy shit!
I forgot about that.
I need to look into eBay, boys. But I would like to see Warhammer's so-called, what is he like, the Emperor, the Emperor. That's him, not that fucking guy.
Wait,
I'd like to see him match up against fucking Kotongu. Alright, Kotongu would smash his nuts any day, any week, anywhere, man. Just like he did to that one guy, I forget his name.
Going back to their sizes, right? The Bionicles are like 7 feet tall, with some of them being a little bit taller. Mukuta towers over fucking all of them.
Yeah,
like
that
he's
motherfucker is huge,
huge.
and Pterodax isn't even the largest of the Makutas.
Yeah, we don't get into the fucking dragon.
Yeah,
Actually, the Makutas are what the Primarchs would be if the Primarchs were actually good. If they were actually strong.
See, they're so well developed.
That's my problem with like the second movie, actually, to be fair, because Makuta the Makutas are just so it's so intelligent, so strong and powerful. And the second movie just went away from the novels, and made him a little bit daft at the end there. In the novels, like the stuff that was the as we all know, the Bionicle novels written by H.R. Tolkien in the 1930s. The Makutas were obviously these eldritch god beings, right? And the movie wanted to dumb it down for kids a little bit, so they made him a bit weaker. But we all know, right, that the Makutas would wipe the floor with the Primarchs. Honestly,
well, if you think like Makuta successfully infiltrated one of their little townships and posed as their leader, and had the Toas under his thumb for years, sending them out on suicide missions, and no one found out until it was too late.
But isn't that like one of the greatest things about Bionicle? Like, unironically, no joke, that it actually did really, really well. And that was actually expose young people to adult narratives, i.e. the concept of dystopian futures.
There was a lot going on. There was,
this guy showed child audiences what it was like to live in a society that had secret police, that
propaganda.
had propaganda, like actual proper propaganda.
Not to mention the racism. Hoi.
God forbid the racism in that Bionicles exposes children to. I mean, this is all very good stuff to teach a young mind how the real world is, and the kind of how to look at things that are bad and identify things that are bad. Really crazy. I kind of mean this half seriously as well, though, because that's the best way to actually introduce young people to very terrible adult concepts, to put it in the background and let those people just sort of gather on their own steam that it's a bad thing. And I don't mean to draw the concept back to Avatar: The Last Airbender again, another IP that vastly, infinitely is better than Warhammer. How that IP showed off dystopian, totalitarian societies in a way that young people could understand and absorb,
For sure.
Anyways, Aaron, do you... Oh, sorry.
No, go right on.
Mm-hmm. Aaron, do you have another question for the gentleman?
If I had to think of one, just for people who aren't as in the know as we are, 29 episodes in, we know what we're knowing.
Of course.
Just as a general idea for people, what are the Matoran, the Toa, and the Makuta, would you say, for simple terms? Just in case we're speaking
what they are, in simple term. So, simply put, they are... Think of them as the... or you could see the Makutas as basically the...
they were the ruling class put ahead to basically make sure order was sustained with Matronui's newest creation.
Well, that's the very literal form. They are the police force that were to keep things in order. But another way, if you wanted to keep it really simple, is you could see them as the white blood cells, the force trying to keep you healthy, and then you could see the Matorans and the Toas as the cells of the body, keeping everything running.
Well, the Matorans were the builders, right?
Yeah, exactly.
And the Toa being their heroes or specialized units.
Precisely. They were all created just for the simple act of maintaining and keeping Matanui running and going. And they weren't all even originally supposed to have personalities or anything like that. From the start, they were actually just biomechanical creations meant to just keep this giant robot afloat.
Yeah, but then we have things like the League of the Six Kingdoms that came out of fucking left field.
Oh, yeah. Well, all of that is because of one motherfucker that I can't remember the name of right now, who one of the great beings who decided to give all of the Bionicles free will.
And just for context of the audience, the great beings are kind of like the universe's, the Bionicle universe's equivalent of the precursors, correct?
Yeah, you could say that. It's beings who evolved so far that to everyone else they're essentially gods.
Neat,
indeed.
Sorry to cut you off, Moots. I have a very important question. I don't mean to take away from your wonderful, wonderful teacher's lecture, but this is a very, very important question.
Mm-hmm.
Why has this bitch, Roodaka, stolen so many men? You will see her on the screen behind me right now.
Do not Google Roodaka in images. You don't want to see that.
This madam, this mistress, this entity of stealing souls, this metallic siren. Tell me.
The muse to all my art. I mean,
Roodaka, my beloved.
Those hips don't lie, you know. It's,
Them chest plates.
I mean, what can you say? Like, I'm not actually very well versed in her lore, to be honest. All I know is that she is a servant of. What I mostly know is that she's a servant of the Brotherhood of Makuta, and but until she decided to say fuck them, and as well to the Dark Hunters, and decided to try and steal a bunch of Matorans. It's
Look at these little guys.
yeah.
So because Moots is afraid to say it and I'm not, the thing that makes Roodaka so special is if you watch the one of the... So there's 4 Bionicles movies, but for the purpose of this conversation, we're going to pretend there's 3 because the 4th one might as well be thrown away. It's kind of like... the 4th Bionicles movie is kind of like the whole sequel trilogy for Star Wars. But in one movie. So technically that means Bionicles is better than Star Wars. Now, with that being said, the 3rd Bionicles movie, it was kind of on the meh side. However, gentlemen, not all is lost. It had one singular, overwhelming, powerful, redeeming feature. And that was this bitch. You go and watch... This is the thing. When you're a young developing man or woman with an interest in feminine figures, and you go through your youth, and you watch whatever you watch, things will stick out to you. For Moots, it was Raven from Teen Titans. For Red, I can only assume it was Jane from Tarzan, and for Aaron, it was Sloth from the Goonies.
Why would that be my thing?
But for a lot of men, young men, it was Roodaka. Because they, in all their infinite wisdom...
made a lore-accurate version of her Bionicle model.
Because someone, for some reason, decided to make the animations for Roodaka in the 3rd movie so overwhelmingly... what's a good word? Feminine for a kid's movie. And it's one of those characters that makes you ask questions that you're not old enough to even know how to ask,
Yeah.
It's unfortunately, I mean, I didn't understand the glory of Roodaka until I was much older, but I know there are plenty of young men out there who were exposed to this this siren far too early.
By the way, if anyone's interested in looking up the name, it's spelled Roodaka for some fucking reason. I don't know why he's saying Roodaka. I'm not aware of the British lexicon making 2 O's into the A sound, but hey, there you go. Roodaka, Roodaka.
Yeah, and I mean, I see what you mean there, Tom. It's whoever designed her. I mean, they. Oh my god, what is this? Top tier Bionicle memes right here. I love it.
I couldn't get over the fact that she just reminded me of the Predator.
See, that's the right response. The right response is you see how badass the character's design is, that you don't notice that the animators are trying to influence young minds, so to speak.
As I said when we watched all of them the other day, Roodaka was for the men, not the boys. All right, that's for the men, not the boys. Simply said, she was for the men.
Oh no!
Tell me I'm wrong. All right,
you're not right.
He's out of term, but he's right.
I can't get over the fact that this is what her model actually looks like.
Yeah,
it looks like just a fucking Bionicle.
Yeah, it does. It does. I mean, so here's a funny thing. I take this with a grain of salt. I read somewhere that the main writer of Bionicles, Greg something, said something in the line when asked, "What do the Bionicles canonically look like?" His response was, "They look like the toys," and. I don't think if I personally agree with that take. I mean, I guess you know.
What? Are you saying Roodaka isn't bangable? Fuck! Fuck! Fuck!
No,
here's Moots punch a hole into the fucking wall. Like they fucking put that clip of fucking that guy from the Blade Runner second movie screaming. When Roodaka does not have those childbearing hips. No, you know what's fucked is that she survives at the end.
She does. I don't know how. Like, we see her getting fucking blasted by 6 Toas, and then she apparently survives all the way to the end.
Yeah, and she is currently, her occupation is the Viceroy of the Federation of Fear.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm sorry,
well, sorta.
If that's not the title of a dominatrix, I don't know what is. Right, yeah, gentlemen.
I just want to go back to it. And what I meant to say with that, the thing about what they economically look like, is rather that I personally think the movie look is the canon way. So, aka those hips.
Oh, goodness.
Well, to be honest, Bionicles can put themselves back together.
Can they?
Yeah, they can take themselves apart and put them back together. They transform all the fucking time.
That's true.
Like the Toa,
through that process.
Like the Toa, they put on the masks and they get fucking powered up. And how the Toa look from in their Toa form are based entirely on how they think a Toa should look. Fun fact. Sure. I know Roodaka doesn't have a fucking mask. She uses like the powers of shadow because, of course.
Well, she's queen. Of course, she does. It's she doesn't need a silly mask.
Mm-hmm. Yes, me and my queen and her giant red crystal carved from the prison in which our boss is currently trapped.
Right. I believe Aaron has another question to ask.
Yeah. Fucking memes. I'm sorry, but wait. I love that it's called the King Sidorak, who is also fucking has a check mark. At all the women are queens.
I like how he's wearing his mask, but he just looks annoyed as shit. Like, of course she brought the fucking goddamn giant crystal back. Fuck's sakes.
Top tier shit, yeah.
In which our boss, our employer, is currently trapped in. He's just like...
I love the fact that in the lore, Sidorak is so fucking worthless that he got kicked out of the fucking
Shadow Hunters,
Dark Hunters, Shadow Hunters, and but kept alive because he could be useful to them. He's such a beta. It's fucking hilarious.
The Kotongu scene tells you all you need to know.
Yeah.
But I definitely watch Kotongu.
He definitely watches.
That Crystal seen some things. No, no, but who is Bionicle Jesus? And can you explain Bionicle Hell and Heaven?
Oh God. Oh boy. Well, Red, do you want to start with this? Start answering?
Who Bionicle Jesus is?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
It's fucking Takanuva.
Oh, okay.
Like, legitimately, the entire first movie is the hero's Messiah journey. Ergo, I have to reference back to when he finally puts on the mask and finds out he was the Toe of Light the entire time, and immediately kills a guy. And then he goes and plays lacrosse with the literal fucking devil. But at the end of that movie, he gives he damn near revives a dude.
He straight up revives.
Yeah, he just straight up fucking. Oh, by the way, but real quick, I want to say the combination between Makuta and Takanuva fused together, right? Mm-hmm. And the wiki says, hold on. The wiki says his name is Takanuva, and he was Where is it? Hold on, continue on the subject, Moose. I'm going to look for this stupid shit.
Okay. So go ahead.
Oh, sorry. I just want to mention, while it's still relevant, that this Bionicle Jesus, in the films, because everyone forgets about this, fused together 3 dead corpses after becoming Jesus, made a bike out of them, including his best friend's dead skull on the front of it, and rammed it into a wall just to get through.
The fucking MacGyver that shit. Okay, I found it. His name is Takunatava. Fucking Makuta and Takanuva when they fuse together. And his personality is being the perfect balance of light and shadow. Takatanuva was completely unbiased.
I have no strong feelings whatsoever.
Yes. I am completely neutral. I'm just here to vibe.
Same fucking mindset there for a second.
And he immediately gets crushed by a door. Behold the most unbiased fucking entity in all of the fucking universe.
It's another thing I found hilarious about it. I know for anyone who's there on the movie night when we watched it, I said in the lore, there's no other case of anyone. Or even Takanuva just reviving someone like that, just bringing someone back from the dead. And they had to fucking retcon it to go oh yeah, it was because the red star in the sky passed through just at the right time and sent some signal. It's okay.
That's almost as convoluted and bullshit as the lesser IP Warhammer.
Exactly.
Yes, of course.
Precisely. of which we know absolutely nothing about.
No
previous relations to.
Warhammer's fine. Have you seen this shit? They got weird guys who wear people's skins who are colored the same as my avatar. I think they're copying me, actually. Fuck them. I just have the Batwings because I really like Batman.
You just really... I thought it was because you really liked Avenged Sevenfold.
That too, yes, great band, 100%. Fuck you, you piece of shit.
That's what you put over all your Bionicle compilations on YouTube, man. It's always Avenged Sevenfold.
Yeah, we're gonna be releasing an Avenged Sevenfold Bionicle compilation.
Fucking me.
Look, it's 2007,
now all I can think about is if jumping into a pool of protodermis, holding Tom forcefully and fusing into
that's the life. Yeah, that's the dream.
Unbiased fucking.
Fuck. Oh,
Jesus Christ.
I think that being sounds probably incredibly unhinged. Honestly, I feel like that would be an incredibly
completely driven insane by its own existence, filled with nothing but vitriol and self-hatred.
Fuck's sake.
Come, Tom, let us go to the protodermis to see if this can become a reality.
All right, gentlemen, it is time to hustle on to the next question.
Wait. I haven't talked about my take on it.
For fuck's sake.
Hold on. Okay, so yes. Takanuva, sure. He is a great you could absolutely see him as the Jesus of the Bionicles universe. However, I raise you Matoro, my good old boy Matoro, one of the original named characters from the very start of Bionicles lore. And he fucking, through trial and trial, got tested over and over again by the literal mask of life. And ultimately, you know, had to be tested through, like, his powers, where he got the power to, like, reanimate the dead, like, sort of fucked up shit in a way, and finally sacrificed himself to save not his team of Toas, not just fucking an island, but the entirety of the fucking
he fucking
Metronui
kamikaze the
universe.
mask of life, putting on and fucking exploded.
Yes. Fire Tom, put the meme on the screen. Put it there.
All right.
So that's my take.
Fair
I
enough.
think Matoro, he's my boy.
That's okay. Right. Next question. So, this is a really important question for you and Red.
Mm-hmm.
I'd like you to go first and Red to go second, if you would.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Who, and you can't, no mask of light. Who is the best Toa and why?
The best Toa. I'm gonna go with Matoro. I think Matoro is the best boy, honestly.
Which one is Matoro?
That's his Bionicle Jesus.
That's the guy who fucking blew himself up.
Isn't he a Toa of ice?
Yes, he is. He is the one. I mean, like, what I really like about him, honestly, is that he had a very long character arc, actually, as I sort of skimmed through there before, and which just really helped. Like, he wasn't just a Toa, you know, like some of the early Toas maybe was, in my opinion, but he actually, like, developed into a character where he had his morals tested over and over again. And I think, with that said, I think that's my favorite character, my favorite Toa.
Fair enough. What about you, Red?
Fuck, I don't remember his name. The first generation Toa of Fire was the first ever Bionicle toy I had.
Likewise.
His name is Tahu. Or Tahu.
Tahu.
Yeah, Tahu. He was the very first one, I believe.
The one whose mask is literally and has always been the Bionicles logo.
The very first one, the first red Bionicle.
Yeah, I remember when we got Bionicles as kids. I think we didn't get much of Gen 2, but we had all of the Gen 1 Toas. And that shit was fucking hype. I do I remember all of them. And by we, I mean me and my older brother. And by me and my older brother, I mean he had all of them, and I was only allowed to have Gali.
Didn't you say one of your brothers just got an army of the guys from the Golden Mask? The spiky fucking guys.
The Rakshi. Yeah, my older brother had several of the Rakshi as well. That he was very proud of.
Can I also make another addition to that? He's not a Toa, but this is probably another one of my favorite ones that I had. Because the full set I've completed was the Baraki ones, the fucked up deep sea ones. This is one of my favorite ones. I loved it. Nocturne.
Damn, that's one Cthulhu-looking motherfucker.
He is, and he's stupid. So, like,
guy.
during that entire bout with the Wrestle for the Mask of Life, he when he held it, he got the fucking ability to kill anything he touches.
Wasn't he, like, always just being mind controlled by someone?
No, he was being tricked by somebody. He wasn't very smart. And so it's said that he wanted to re-encounter Pridak because he cut off his tentacle arm. It regrew back later. But as soon as he found out he can kill anything he touches, he wanted to go find Pridak so he can shake his hand. So now all I ever imagined was Nocturne going around the fucking bottom of the ocean going, I want to shake his hand.
I want to
Shake your hand.
Based. Fucking based. First with the Tentamon. And then this guy
immediately got the power of life, and he immediately just went, yeah, I'm going to use this for nefarious deeds.
Oh, and another point is he was fucking annoyed by his death touch. It was such a minor inconvenience for him, and he just refused to put the fucking mask down. He's like, well, that's fucking annoying.
I can't take the fucking thing off, but it's just a bit of an issue. Minor inconvenience.
But
I'm
why
noticing a
is he
theme,
gets the
man.
mask of life, and then he gets death touch? The fuck?
Well, I think according to the lore, it's that the mask itself bestows curses upon people, and so apparently that was a curse.
Yeah, Matoran's curse was to fucking explode.
Well, his curse was being fucking put through trials of fire until he fucking sacrificed himself. Yeah.
Alright, now, controversial question. Who is the worst Toa? Opinions.
Ooh, the worst Toa. Okay, so how do you mean exactly the worst Toa?
Whatever rating
personal
system you
opinion.
think is appropriate.
Yeah.
Okay.
Personally,
so,
the fire guy from Mask of Light was pretty fucking worthless.
Tahu.
The guy we just said was the best Toa.
He is pretty bad. There's also the the Toa of Air in the second movie. I can't remember what his name is. The guy
The guy that just comes off as an idiot.
Yeah, and always flies into shit.
Yeah.
Literally always just fucking goes blam.
I think it was about 4 or 5 different times in one film at one point.
Yeah, it was. It was. It's fucking funny. Is it Toa? No. What's his name? Matau. That's his name. Fucking, I love though that he actually got himself a bit of an actual character arc in the third movie, which I think really helped his character. But I'm still gonna put him there because for simply being absolutely fucking worthless in the second movie. As for the worst, not skill wise worst or
Skill
but
issues.
just as just a just fucking terrible person all in all.
Actually, just to change my point from earlier, the fucking flashlight guy from the first film was not from the third film was pretty fucking terrible.
You mean
So you mean the second film? The guy whose mask power was just a flashlight. Yeah.
I was losing my mind there.
I
But
think
yeah, that guy didn't do anything.
The Toa of Earth, the black Toa in the first movie, almost ended up killing all of the fucking Matoran in his own village. Just dead ass, almost killed all of them, and himself, and another Toa.
And the funny thing about that is that he's still the most competent Toa in that entire movie. Never mind. Kopaku. Kopaku is the most. He's the best one, honestly. No, anyway. So I was saying.
Kopaka?
Probably yes.
Kopaka's the white one, the ice one.
Yes, exactly.
Shit, did we just say the white one was better than the black one?
Whoa!
Wait a minute, boys.
Holy shit!
Someone needs to get fucking what's his name Taku Tanabu, fucking the most unbiased man in the universe in here to teach Tom some fucking manners.
Fuck's sake.
Right, shall we move on to...
No. Wait, hold up. Before we move on, I just wanted to mention the worst one in, like, as terrible personality, Toa, because that was the one I wanted to get to. That would be Toa Tuyet, because... At least as far as I know, there's no other Toa serial killer, but she certainly is one.
Oh yeah, and from the Dark Mirror.
Yeah, exactly. Fucking, she made it her whole point to just try and steal powers from Matoran, Toa's, fucking Makuta's, anyone she could fucking get her hands on, honestly, and. To the point where in an alternate reality that fucking Takanuva falls through, he stumbles into what's called the Dark Mirror universe, where she has managed to take control over all of the fucking Bionicle universe, and fucking her only like real adversary is fucking Makuta Pterodrax.
Yeah, he shows up and he's like, the bitch took my mask, Takanuva. The bitch took my mask.
I'm gonna fucking get her.
Sat there in his fucking cozy chair, beer in hand, a bit of stubble. She took the kids. Fuck.
But that's kind of cool, though, that idea of like an alternate universe where shit's gone so wrong that Makuta actually becomes an anti-hero.
Yeah. That's
the best part about the Dark Mirror thing, because they don't do the flip thing like Shattered Glass with Transformers did. They did like, no, Makuta is still fucking Makuta. It's just that there's a bigger fish right now that we need to worry about. And at the end, when spoilers by the way, but it came out in 2008 at this fucking point. At the end, Takanuva doesn't. He doesn't actually stay to fix everything. He gets in a fight with her, and he wins and sucks her through a wormhole and just teleports away. And when he's going back to his universe, he's like, fuck, is Makuta gonna rule now? Like, he's like an afterthought, just like, oh, fuck, Makuta's still there.
Oh, shit.
Oh, well, I'll go take care of that later. And they never do.
No,
they never do.
Well, like, the story ended.
I just imagine fucking Makuta comes back and just like, are they gone? Are they both gone? Oh shit, is that my mask?
Right, gentlemen, I have a question.
Because
I genuinely don't know the answer to this. I'm hoping that one of you does. What the fuck is the Matoran, or was the Matoran Civil War?
Oh boy, I'm glad you asked.
Oh dear.
So, rather, do you have the answer to this? I do. I just wanted to check if you
first one,
something
Matoran.
to say.
There are 16 different types of Matoran. They're all specialized for different things. But as we previously said, the Matorans are the small fuckers, and they kind of do all the manual labor. They're Moots sized, so but they are numerous.
Look at him.
But they are numerous.
Look at me.
Just while it's relevant, it's funny how in the Mask of Light film, as it's based after 2 and 3, the fucking Matorans there are the only ones who remember the fucking racism. Everyone else, as they got sort of wiped and came back, are all perfectly fine. But it's just a select group of like micro racists that are like, all right, no, everything's cool. We won't be this. We won't do this.
The Turagas, that they're the only ones who remember.
Things used to be different.
They're literally the racist old people in the retirement homes.
They're the part
you talking about what? Like when. So basically, when a Matoran becomes a Toa, and they complete their destiny or whatever they're supposed to do as the Toa, they give up their powers and become the fucking Tarugas. And the Tarugas act as spiritual guides and leaders.
Yeah. Usually to the next generation
until
of Toas.
Makuta comes by, skins one of them, and wears his face. Seriously, fuck, shit, dude. Makuta's fucking terrible.
It really is. It really is.
It's a bad guy.
But to try and put the fucking whole Matoran civil war into perspective, so what started as quote minor disputes between the Pomatorans and the Tamatorans evolved into a full-scale war after the Pomatorans sank multiple transport barges and the Tamatorans melted a Pomatoran warehouse using molten protodermis. and it basically just spiraled into the different Matoran like factions, like siding on different sides.
World
Some
War
tried
Torin.
Fuck's sake. And some of the Matoran factions tried to stay neutral, but got dragged into it anyways. And this escalated into a 400-year-long war, where where most Matorans just stopped working because they were too busy fighting each other. And it led to such a... The disruption of work led to immense damage to Metro Nui and Matanui, I mean.
Metro Nui. Sounds
Metro
like a
Nui.
fucking subway system.
Well, that's their city. It is called Metro Nui.
No Metro Nui. Metro Nui.
To the point where Matanui got so damaged, like the whole thing is also called the Great Disturbance, the Great Disruption, and literally it got so bad that a Toa had to don the Mask of Life to sacrifice himself to restore Matanui completely.
What? That's so fucked. Why is the Mask of Life you have to just kill you? I know the Mask of Life is like Matanui's actual mask, right? That's the mask of God. But imagine if like you had like fucking Jesus's fucking toga, and when you put it on, it just fucking incinerates you immediately. And
Well, in that
Jesus rose back to life.
Well, I mean, without getting too real here, that just means Bionicles is biblically accurate because Jesus sacrificed himself for our sins. Hence the Mask of Life.
I mean,
One for the many.
Precisely.
There is
the
freaky
big fish
amount of...
fucker with 4 arms just got to touch things and kill them, while fucking Mataro died.
There is an absolutely obscene amount of Abrahamic religious allegory in Bionicles.
Yeah,
I don't know why, but there is.
That's a hell of a statement. I didn't think I'd ever hear.
I want to know what the fucking I want to know what the fucking third-party factions on Matanui were thinking about the Toa Civil War, like the fucking Dark Hunters and the Brotherhood of Makuta. Like, what the fuck were they doing at this time?
I would love.
Sorry, continue.
No, so I would love to have a long conversation with the story writers for Bionicles. That's all I was going to say.
Yeah,
that'd be a hell of a trip. Maybe have some shrooms or something. Really take it in. Fucking fade out a bit.
but to answer your question, Red, what the Brotherhood of Makuta was doing during the time was that one of them, he's called Makuta Mutron. He's basically a mad scientist. What he did was that he unleashed several fucking Rahis into the city under the cover of the mayhem, just because he was bored, I guess.
For shits and gigs,
wow, those fucking tiny guys are really fucking themselves up. But there's no one guarding the city gates right now, and I have all these wild animals chained. What to do?
Chicken boys.
All right, let's go get them.
And fucking Miserix, the aforementioned dragon of the Brotherhood of Makuta, he sent... or he ordered his lieutenant then Pterodax, or Makuta as we also generally know him, to halt the fighting. And Pterodax, he took this as a challenge to see how much he could break the Geneva Convention, because
Classic Pterodax.
Because what he did was he's like, all right, shit. So the way we're gonna stop this fighting is we're gonna lock we're gonna take a large number of the Matoran fighters and lock them into the archives, and then fucking release a various amount of Rahis of great aggression onto the Matorans who were locked in a fucking room, killing a large number of them. And it's this quote: "The slaughter which came to be known as the Archive Massacre put an end to the fighting. However, it gave the Makuta a very bad reputation in Metro Nui."
Jesus Christ.
Just like fucking Meredith, or what was it? Miserix. He just said to rub his temples, like, "Go stop them, please." Pterodactyl is just like, "You got it, boss. I got an idea." And he comes back, and then he like opens up the library. Just, "Oh God, oh my fucking great beings, what the fuck happened?" And Pterodactyl is just like, "Check it out, I fixed it." Look, they don't want to fight anymore. I guarantee it. Some of them wanted to still fight. I told them I'm putting them back in the fucking library, and they stopped. All right. It gets the fucking message across, and then he locked his boss in a crystal.
So, last question, boys.
No, there's one more after this, but go on.
So, Bionicles sadly has ended over 10 years ago at this point. How did they close the story, for those who don't know? And if you could close the story, how would you do it instead?
So, the way they closed the story, basically, was when Matanui, after a long series of events, actually came to inhabit his own body after Makuta took control of the Matanui robot, essentially, as you would call it, the Bionicles universe, essentially. So, Matanui was inhabiting his own body for once, in a small scale, and he was sent to the original the planet of origin of all the Bionicles. I forget what it's called because I have brain rot, and and basically they fought Makuta, and they defeated him, and there was supposed to be the story where they were gonna go to different neighboring planets and fight what are known as the Elemental Lords, which are the original warlords of or sort of wardens of the planet that the Bionicles come from, where the Glatorians are. And they are essentially the reason for why the what's called the Core War, which is the origin of all of Bionicles, why they built the robot of Matanui and sent it away to collect data from other planets. And so the point was that they were going to explore these other neighboring planets and fight the Elemental Lords who were cooking something up. I think there is somewhere written, like there is supposedly a draft somewhere for a fifth Bionicle movie, which outlines the story of what's in maybe not super great detail of what was supposed to happen. I haven't read it myself, but I've heard that it exists. And I think, me personally, I mean, having grown up with the early Bionicles lore, that's probably not how I don't care much for the Core Wars. I don't care much for the Glatorians, honestly. But I would, I think, Makuta taking over the Matanui robot is fucking hilarious and awesome. And I would absolutely keep it about the same way where what happens now, which is you have a giant planet-sized mecha battle where Matanui inhabits a old robot and fucking Whack'em Sock'em Robots Makuta.
Whack'em
which is
Sock'em Robots.
So I think all in all, I think that would put a nice bow on the end of Bionicles, and I think I would keep it that way personally.
So do you think the extra stuff they added on the end was just unnecessary?
I think so. It feels like a bit like of unnecessary fluff, just to have a reason to have it all be there.
Do you know what it sounds like?
What's that?
It sounds like, please don't kill our IP, we have more to go.
Yeah, exactly.
Which is actually kind of fucking sad.
It really is. Like, I think, like, I think it would have been really cool to have the background of, yes, the great ones, maybe we could know in, like, half-heard rumors that or sort of, I mean, this advanced for a toy brand made for kids, but maybe have the great beings still being like players in the sense that, yes, they were the ones that created, but having them be like these mysterious entities, these precursors really that just exist in myth, where they created everything. The Bionicles return to this desolated planet and have to rebuild their lives with what's left after defeating Makuta.
Yeah. Anything to add, Red, or do you want me to move on to the last question?
No, you can move on.
Right, gentlemen. This last question might just be the most important of all.
Mm-hmm.
Smash.
Roodaka, smash.
Scum. Right.
Pterodax, smash.
Kitongu?
Smash.
Mataru, pass.
He's too precious. He's a good boy.
He's a corpse at the bottom of the sea now.
Right, gentlemen.
A hero's burial.
Last question. How are we bringing Bionicle back from the dead?
This podcast, of course. Let's go.
We storm Lego headquarters with riot gear.
Gear.
No. We stormed them in full militarized Bionicles cosplay. Carbon fiber armor. The lot, right?
Like every one of us is a budget Iron Man.
Like in the cave when he's been kidnapped.
Just take a page out of Pterodax's book and lock them all in the library and release wolves.
The survivors can put the Bionicles back together.
Oh goodness!
We'll put them in a Saw style scenario.
There wearing the fucking the mask, the mask of shadows, just like, all right, who wants to bring Bionicle back? And everyone's like, let us go. I'm like, that's not the answer I was looking for. Release the wolves.
So far, I'm getting our only option is to hold Lego Company at at risk of hostile action.
Great acts of violence, yes.
Yes. Look, as stated.
So no fan petition. We're just going to kill him.
As stated from hit TV show character Data from Star Trek: The Next Generation. It seems like if you want to change, terrorism is a good option. I'm not even fucking joking. Go look that up.
No, he says it was. Oh god, I got to talk about Star Trek now because I know exactly which episode you're talking about. The whole episode, the whole moral of the episode centers around trying to influence politics with violence when non-violence doesn't work, and the whole moral of the episode basically ends with: listen, if you've tried everything, if you've tried every non-violent option and still change isn't being made, you might have to accept the reality that violence is the only thing you can do. And Data is and Picard is like, Picard's there, like, he says something along the lines of, I've never subscribed to the notion that political power flows through the barrel of a gun. And Data's like, yeah, well, you can't deny that it's effective, though. And with
Jesus Christ.
with that, let us bring this to a close. So, thank you for tuning in to another episode of the Bionicles Chronicles podcast, where we have always spoken about Bionicles and never any other fictional setting. If you love Bionicles, please consider taking a quick look at our Patreon. And if you wish to discuss with us some of the incredible and esoteric Bionicles lore, please jump into our Discord. Gentlemen?
I couldn't have said it better myself, Chief. Every day,
exactly.
all day, we're here to talk about
Bionicles, 24/7, nothing else.
Yeah, now it's time to take Tom and go into the fucking protodermis to see if we can become the most unbiased entity. Come here, Tom! Into the pool!
Well, hello there, brother friends. Thank you very much for making it to the end of the episode. If you're enjoying our content, a like, share, and subscribe goes a long way. If that isn't enough for you, check out our Patreon and you can join these Toas on the wall as well. Finally, make sure to join our little Discord community and say hello. Thank you for watching.
Right, let us do some patron questions. So, if your patron question gets skipped, do not worry. We will come back to it in the next episode. So, Rion, beloved Rion asks, you are all marooned on an island. Each of you must make a proposition how you will all survive until rescue arrives. And, as usual, all the rum is gone. So, boys, what is each of your propositions? Moots?
Immediately cannibalize Tom.
Thank you, Red.
I second that.
Thank you, Aaron.
Cannibalize Tom.
Okay, thank you, Rion. Your question's been answered. So, next one. Zero Shade 05 asks, which named Bionicle do you resonate with the most and why?
For me, that would, of course, be Matoro, because I am extremely humble, and I may also be Jesus Christ incarnate.
Such humbleness.
It's a little bit of
well, for me, it's gonna be Makura Terendex. Because I too want to lock people in a library and unleash the wolves upon them. That and Nocturne, because I too want to shake his hand.
Ooh, for me, oh goodness, it's got to be what's his name? Who's the old red guy in The Mask of Light?
That is
the Taraga.
You're gonna have to cut this bit out. Let's see here.
Oh, Vakama.
Right, yes, of course. Wakama.
Vakama, because I'll be honest.
Is it the back pain?
That guy is... You know what, let's go with that. Let's go with that. I was going to say that guy is just completely coked out of his mind. He is checked out. He is not at home. And to be honest, I get it, man.
Neither am I.
I ain't here, man. I'm here in spirit, but that's about it. You know, and to be honest, if you look at Vakama, when Vakama was a Toa, wasn't he?
Yes.
And Vakama as a Toa, just like me, inconsistent as fuck.
And also bowed down to a powerful dominatrix lady.
I have made a bad decision choosing this character.
I regret my decision. But no, I've got to say, relative-wise, I like my man Katongu. I talked about him a bit, but that man was on business. He killed a fucking simp just because he got in his way. Funny shit. I like him. He's also fucking huge.
You also you're both huge, and you have about the same amount of brain capacity as well.
Understandable.
So
yeah, I can't argue that. Yeah, that's fine.
No, me neither. And so, I will say Zero Shade 01. I understand this is your question, and you're probably looking for an answer for a totally different IP. So
that we know nothing
that
about.
we know nothing
obviously.
about, obviously, because
Yes,
this
of
is the
course,
Bionicles
We've
podcast.
only done Bionicles.
However, we will pass this on to the alternative universe Bionicles Chronicles podcast and see if they can answer it in their next episode and see if they fancy doing it. All right.
Yes,
I heard
that
those
sounds
guys are
Ish.
terrible.
Honestly, the worst.
Yeah,
I was
scum
going
of
to
the
say,
fucking
I was
earth,
going to say
man.
other things, but I think that get us cancelled.
They've got this guy in their podcast called Moots. He actually took out several ribs so he could suck his own.
Yeah, it's true. It's true.
Plus, there's like Tom's doppelganger. He's apparently a Marine. I heard he's racist.
All right, fuck off.
You know, this guy they have called Red as opposed to our Blue here. He makes people move out of their house by consistently, creepily laughing outside their doors at night.
No, I'll accept that. That's a multi-universal trait.
I was about to say that one happens in all the AUs. Honestly,
That's pretty consistently, actually.
Canon event.
It's either because they know they're getting a one-way ticket to the library.
Are we setting up the fucking Astartes Anonymous multiverse here? What's going on?
well, wait till you get to hear about. What's it called? I can't remember what the name of their podcast's called, but I know it's got something to do with Transformers.
Oh yeah.
Wait till you hear about them. That's going to be a fun one.
I fucking hate those guys. You know, they're so up their
I
own
know,
arse.
right?
I think they're so much cooler.
It's
than
like
us,
they've got this whole it's so
honestly.
underrated thing going on, and it's like can't even hack it.
Real
Man.
pieces of shit.
Listen, if honestly,
You know, everything went downhill after the original series, and they refused to let that go. All right.
you know, when you end up with a Bikel May movie, it's all fucked.
Michael May. Michael May.
Yeah, that's his name in this universe, dipshit.
Ah, okay.
In this universe. Let me out. I'm gonna go find fucking. We're still recording.
Yeah.
Alright, fuck this. I'm gonna go find the fucking corpse of Matanui and just get rid of all of you. Good night.
All right.